Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new video here today. This is part number 9 for my F1 career. Today we are here for the Valencia European Grand Prix, and the gap in the World Championship is coming down by a fat lot at the moment. I believe it is 6 points between us and Mark Webber heading into this weekend, with a 5-point gap ahead of Sebastian Vettel. But yeah, for Q1 here today, just trying to put in a decent lap, trying to maximise the circuit, try and reset us up well while using the prime tyres in the session, not using any softer compounds, which is turning a bit too much there. But yeah, qualifying always a crucial part of the weekend, and my favourite actually as well, because you really get to drag the car around the circuit. And 45.6 wasn't a really competitive lap. I believe we made a few mistakes on that lap, so we decided to go again, but fortunately we had to back out of it because we had like a flurry of lap cars to get past, and they all held me up down that straight, so we decided to let them all through and yeah, go again on the next lap. But really looking forward to this weekend. First time I've driven this track in like absolutely ages, so I'm absolutely happy to get back on this track. And for my F1 career, this is the first time I've actually raced around this track, because we don't race in it in GP2. But yeah, again, so at lap 3, flurry of back markers, and we get a validated lap for cutting the corner there when we couldn't have done anything there. But we decided to come back into the pits, go again for another lap. We dropped down to P20 overall, though, so we nearly lose the back end there. That was a really crucial place across the weekend where we nearly lost the car and lost the back end. But crossing the line, I still couldn't quite push that hard because I just couldn't find the grip in the car, and we're only 17th, which is only one place above the drop zone. So our only real request is to go back out on a set of softs, which lose the back end there, and that is our lap over and done with. So we do go back out on the set of softer compound tyres to set an absolute screamer lap by the end of the session. We've only got 3.5 minutes to go. Sorry, not 3.5 minutes, 350 minutes to go. But yeah, I really need to get this lap time done, because we dropped to 18th, so we had to go out again. There's no about it really. The car was fine, it was just the lack of grip on the prime tyres which was the real issue, and it was only 42.0, which is good enough for 6th, which I'm happy about on any day. 7th, even with 3 tenths behind Rosberg. But crucially, we are into Q2 here, as you can see, on the exact same set of tyres that we set our Q1 lap on. Just trying to go for an absolute blast here. I think we did a first lap, yes we did, and that just went to absolute garbage. We got held up a little bit, so I had to back off and then do it again on another lap as we lose the back end. Honestly, the back end was so loose in this Grand Prix, it was absolutely disgusting how it was. But coming up to the line, 49.9 was our quickest. We were 43.4, which is I believe slower than what we did in Q1, so it's still something to be worked on. We're our third, 2.6 off Mark Webber's time, so we had to go out again for another lap, and we do now onto the end of this lap. We are in 9th, so we are safe for now, but we decided to go for another run, and it was a 42.5, which is enough to lift us into P5 and enough for the session, just about by 4 tenths of a second basically ahead of the next car. But into Q3 we left it quite late because I only had one set of tyres left. I didn't have much left because I did loads of laps on the set of soft tyres, or the option tyres that we did earlier. But really trying to go for a late last minute blast. But whatever happens now in this session, whatever happens to this lap is where we're going to start from. So we had to really make this count on this lap. I knew that before starting, but we really had to make the car suit this track, as coming to this braking zone, we missed it by about 10 million years, and that was our qualifying pretty much over. We decided to have an instant replay of that because that was just horrifically bad. And I also put no flashbacks on either. I clicked the no flashbacks, so we couldn't really do anything about that, I believe. And I believe I changed it for the race, putting all 4 on, because you never know when you might need it. But so we've messed up in qualifying. That will be starting from P10 for the race. So really disappointing. And our 2 championship leaders are first and second. Vettel on top, which is I guess better than Webber being on top. But heading into this race, wow, we have to make everything count. Let's go for the race.
Start her up, car to track.
I believe the pace in qualifying was actually quite decent. It's just that we couldn't get a lap done dusted. But you know, the lights are on here in Europe for round number 9, and it's lights down away. We got looks like it's a decent start compared to the rest of the pack. We tried to steal some slipstream off Rosberg here, but yeah, try not to cut this corner because you get boned for it. But they all covered the inside off very nicely, so we couldn't really go down the inside, but we decided to do it anyway. So much understeer, and we put Rosberg in the warning. I believe he's lost a tyre as well. I was disgusted with myself because I may have shoved Rosberg into the wall there. Unintentionally, of course, but I may have shoved him. Let's have a look. Oh, yes I did. I'm so sorry, Rosberg. I'm so sorry, but he's out of the race, which is not too bad, to be honest. It's another car that I don't have to worry about in this entire race. But we'll have a look at Petrov now for P7. Here in Europe, we dive. Do we? Yes, we do. We dive one down the inside of these two cars, and we move into P7, as we can't get Petrov quite. No, we can't. Petrov has been resilient here, but we do decide to go for the undercut move, the cutback, as it were, and trying to get past Petrov. At the moment, we are absolutely golfing it down the straight here. We're stealing all the slipstream we can possibly get into this corner. We dive one up the inside, and there's a bit of contact there. Side pod to front left, and again, but we do manage quite scruffy. I'm displeased with myself with that, but quite scruffily we move into P6, and we kind of underestimate that corner there. We go a bit too quick, thinking that we could possibly get Hamilton, and I don't think we're going to dive one up the inside here. No, we're not. But yeah, until lap number 2, we're having a little look at Lewis Hamilton diving one up the inside with a slight little contact there. We have to leave him the room there, and he leaves us room, so it's very fair racing between the two Brits, and Hamilton, the world champion, of course, having to settle for P6 in this Grand Prix. So yeah, cheers Lewis for your position, mate, and I'll see you tomorrow or something. So yeah, really just trying to get at him now, just trying to maximise the grip, maximise the performance of the car. And Schumacher was going very slow into the final corner there, so he wasn't really making the move at the inside there. He just opened up for us, and you know, I took it. So moving into P4 on lap 3, couldn't be any better, but we miss our braking zone by an absolute country mile here, and we do quite a little good flick spin there. But I'm quite displeased by the pace that Hamilton is showing. He's like sick, and he's miles off us and Schumacher. But really, it's damage limitation now. The top 3 all getting away, and I was just trying to come home for P4 or something, you know, to try and limit the damage done. But we are trying to get the undercut on Schumacher here. He's parking the bus, an absolute treat on us. But can we dive one up the inside to turn 1 into lap 4? Is the gap opening up? Is it? Yes, it is. But Schumacher, great defensive move in there, moving straight to the inside as we make contact. That was a bit scruffy from now. My driving in this video was not very clean at all, so I'll try and clean it up for Britain. I hope round number 10. I haven't even pre-recorded that yet. I usually record twice in a row and upload them like that, but I haven't done that today. I haven't recorded Britain whatsoever, so maybe I'll do Britain and Hungary twice in a row. But as you can see, we are passing Michael Schumacher again for 4th position. Looks like we're battling quite hard with the 7-time world champion here. Going into the braking zone now, just trying to pick my braking point out. We broke a bit earlier, then we could have probably taken more risks on Schumacher, but I just didn't want to run wide and concede the place into Hamilton. We hit the wall and then hit the other wall, and we have lost a wing mirror and our front wing as we kind of dangerously reversed into the path of Kubica there, and then Felipe Massa gives us a good shove there. But wow, we've lost our front wing, and it's going to have to be like a real tough showing from us to try and get anywhere near the podium. Wait, maybe even the points, I don't even know. But we limit the damage because we were still pretty much there and thereabouts inside the top 10, and we didn't have to go a full lap without our front wing. And this was just a lap before our suggested pit stop window, I believe. So it wasn't too bad. And on to the next lap now. We are trying to pass Glock for position 21 in this Grand Prix on prime tyres. We go right around the outside of Glock, and that is the move done into 21st position and onto the end of lap 6. We're coming to the end of lap 6 or something like that. We are having a look at Chandok here. We go right around the outside of the now BBC Sports presenter, Corinne Chandok there for HRT, and then these guys are actually having an argument here, a scrap for P17, but we dive at the inside of all of them. And Petrov, I believe he was caught up in the crash earlier. Actually, no, he wasn't, because we passed him, didn't we? Don't know why he's this far down then, but we are sizing him up for a move. Now for 14th as Barrichello exits the pit lane just behind us, but Petrov holds on to that position for now. But onto the end of laps, midway through lap 7. So this is the first sector. What am I on about? But we're charging up the inside of Petrov. Don't make contact with him, which I'm so happy about, and we keep hold of 14th or 13th now as we go ahead of Sebastian Buemi and Heikki Kovalainen is the next car in front of us, who I hope he comes in. No, he doesn't. He stays out. But yeah, until lap 8 now. I believe, yeah, one lap later, we are trying to size it Kovalainen for a point scoring position, and he's on the primes, I believe. There may have been options actually. I wasn't really paying attention, but as you can tell by my front right on my car, we have lost front wing. I didn't even know when, but yeah, it's been a real grind to try and get to Adrian Sutil. I think it's about 4 laps we've took to try and catch him up. The P9 here as we dive one up the inside, very, very opportunistic, and we leave Sutil the room, but good driving from him as well. He leaves us the room, so we're then able to slide behind Sutil, and I think 8th is on for us in this race. No more than that though. Which is about where we were when we made our stop, but diving inside of Sutil after this long straight. Slight little contact within there, a little bit scrappy driving from me. I apologise for that, but you know, we have to be scrappy in this Grand Prix. We have to try and get the best results we can. And on to lap 17, our tyres fell off the cliff and we were not able to catch the Italian here, and it is going to be P9 in this race. A bit disappointing, but then again it's a good recovery drive from the crash early on.
Well done, good drive. That's 9th place in the bag.
So yeah, that was 9th position here in Europe. 36 seconds off Vettel, which you closed it down by about 3 seconds, I believe. But in the end, really a disappointing race. I expected better from us, you know. Haven't won, what, 3 races this season, and 4 pole positions and a couple of podiums as well. Yeah, a little bit disappointing. It's a Rebel 1-2 with Alonso in 3rd, and we're now 6 points off Webber in the World Championship and 5 points above Vettel. And Hamilton 40 points now behind Sebastian Vettel as well. Barrichello still in 10th somehow in the championship, and we are 2nd in the constructor with Ferrari now. It's starting to catch up after McLaren having a little bit of a bad weekend there. But if you have enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to see more of this content, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.